Today we have a Tenyi deck profile that's pre-Swordsoul. Pre-Swordsoul coming to Master Duel. So there's quite a few things missing. It looks a bit weird because there's no Swordsoul engine, but it's the closest thing we're going to get, I suppose, until the Swordsoul stuff comes out. So yeah, it's a pure Tenyi deck, as you can notice. The boy is legal. Protoss, so we're playing Protoss in this deck. It's kind of the win condition. You can call quite a few wacky attributes in this deck and lock out quite a few things. So yeah, without further ado, before we get into it though, I just want to give a shout out to my socials in the bottom of the screen. If you haven't followed those already, be sure to check those out, and check out my Twitch as well in the description of the video. I'm currently live on Twitch, so if you want to see me play ranked ladders, tournaments, give my sort of deck building theory into live practice, come and check me out on there. So okay, deck. As you can see, hand traps, it is quite minimal. So Effect Veiler, in my opinion, I was actually going to drop this for one more Droplet and one more Imperm, but I wanted a bit more diversity in the deck, so I thought I'd play the Effect Veiler. You could probably swap these out for two other hand traps. I know Ghost Bell is quite good in the game right now, so you could play Ghost Bell or DD Crow. I just wanted a bit more coverage for those rogue decks. So yeah, hand trap, 3 Ash, 2 Imperm and 2 Veiler. Now for the Tenyi engine, we play 3 Adara, 3 Shathana, 1 of the Fire, Mapura, and Nahata, which is the Wind. So these effects aren't too important, to be fair. They don't really come up as much. If I'm honest, they're just extra attributes you can call off Protoss. So that's why they're in there. The effects do occasionally come up. This one has attack, manipulation, and it's basically like a level 4 as well. So what I was thinking of doing is maybe adding this card. So I'm not too sure if you guys know this card. It's Metaphys Ragnarok. Honestly, it doesn't really do a lot, but the fact that it's a level 4 Wyrm tuner has a lot of synergy in the deck. You can get out your Baxia, the Draco Berserker a lot easily because it's searchable through the Heavenly Dragon Circle. But the only reason I'm not playing it right now is the effect doesn't really do a lot. And so I thought I'd just play more Wyrms, Tenyis, and just go off the effects that way. So yeah, we play the Meme because Meme is actually really insane in theory without the Swordsoul stuff, because it allows you to go into extra synchro plays and gives you OTK line as well. So real cool card. 3 Vishuda. Vishuda's honestly just probably the best card in this deck. Going first and second is insane. It's a level 7 extender, and going second, it baits out so many negates. So yeah, really good card. Ashuna, probably the best card, obviously, other than Vishuda. Gets you access to Vishuda and all your other synchro plays. Gets you access to Adara. So yeah, probably the best searcher in the deck. And then obviously, of course, Protoss. So if you guys were familiar with the last sort of TCG format, this card was really controversial. It can do a lot of wacky stuff. So if you don't know what it does, it can basically special summon itself by banishing 3 monsters with different attributes from the grave, or face up field. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. So there's no Swordsoul Blackout in this deck. If there was Blackout, this deck would be crazy, but basically you can call an attribute you control, destroy it, and your opponent can't special summon monsters with those attributes for the rest of the turn. So you can make Call Dark, and the Tenyi deck has a lot of access to different attributes. So you can call a good variety of attributes to lock out your opponent. So yeah, really cool. We do have Pot of Desires at 3, so we are taking advantage of that, as all the deck is mostly 3-ofs. So we definitely want to draw 2 in this deck. And Vessel, probably one of the better cards in the deck. I know a lot of people are playing it in Swordsoul right now, but purely for the Tenyi stuff, it's really good because it just gets you 2 names, a name to your hand, a name to the grave. So it allows you to do more synchro plays, basically. Sucks that it's once per turn, and it sucks to draw in multiples, but you need to play it. 3 Twin Twister. The discard doesn't really hurt us, so might as well take out 2 Spun Trap cards for those Eldritch matchups. Corp of the Grave. Maxi doesn't really... Yeah, Maxi kind of hurts, so we kind of want ways to stop that. I don't play Maxi myself. You're probably wondering where that is. I chose not to invest in Maxi early on because I didn't really know how the ban list or format was going to shape up. But that's something I'm going to do for sure. Invest in Maxis. Now we've had confirmation that the ban list is going to be different from TCG and OCG, so I think I'll invest eventually. So for now we're just playing droplets and imperms. But I think I'd play droplets regardless. This card's just really insane. One of the better cards in the game, staple wise. So yeah, good to have in the deck. And the send stuff doesn't really bother us. So yeah, good cards. Also the Heavenly Dragon Circle. So if you guys don't know what this does, well, originally its purpose is to play through an Imperm Veiler in Swordsoul, but in this deck you can search out pretty much anything, including Protoss as well, so it's an extra way to see the win condition, because we don't have access to Shishao, and then obviously to Imperm. So, extra deck, I'm not going to go over this too much, but just to kind of give you guys a template of what it looks like without the Swordsoul stuff. So, Yazi, 2 Baxia, so obviously these are the more important ones. I think Baxia is really insane in this deck, because you can go into Xiaofeng a lot. I think Xiaofeng is probably the go-to card to end on. I wouldn't mind playing a second Xiaofeng, so I'll probably have to test that out a bit more, to be fair. But Yazi is really insane going second. Just pop a card on your opponent's side, pop yourself, trigger Yazi, get a Tenyi from deck, and just pop off from there. Baxia, obviously insane, being able to shuffle back 2 is just broken, especially in like trap matchups where they struggle to trade with your card advantage. The Draco Berserker is really important. You mostly end on this going first if you can't make a Xiaofeng, because the effect is actually pretty good to banish. So yeah, that comes up. Baguska with Zeus, because there's a lot of rank 4s in the deck with the wind, fire, and water. So you can get a Baguska pretty easy, and obviously Zeus over him as well, which is pretty nice. Play 3 Monk, 2 Shaman, and the 1 Berserker. So I wasn't going to play Berserker, but it comes up to get names in the grave, so I thought I'd just play it, and it's 3k, so might as well. This card's actually nuts, the Draco Master, so it allows you to break your opponent's board if you have loads of monks in the grave, so it comes up, and this card doesn't really come up, so I could cut it in the future. It's the Tenyi link too, doesn't really do a lot, to be fair, but yeah, it's a link 4 as well, so it's a bit of a high commitment for your plays, especially as the win condition is Protoss purely. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the deck, guys. It's quite fairly affordable. Obviously we got quite a few ultra rares staple wise, but in terms of the engine itself, it's really affordable. So yeah, if you guys want to get ahead of the curve and pick up your Swordsoul support before it comes into the game, be sure to do that, and also check out my socials, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So take care, guys. Peace.